All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. New day, new plays. We are right back at it. It's going to be a lot of fun today. I need to. Just getting some housekeeping. The pepperoni is super cute. I did not, guys. So after we went and got the puppy, it was like 16 plus hours of driving nonstop. I had fierce shooting pains up my back. I'm sure that came from sitting for several days. The last thing I was going to do was sit down in a chair for a couple more days. The dog is called a majestic treehound. Hold on, I'll go get the puppy because I needed to do that anyway. But I'll go get the puppy. 2 seconds. Good morning, everybody. Here he is. Here's the little guy. Here's the little guy. He's a super cute little puppy. Yeah, he's super chill. He's gonna hang out on my lap here for a little bit. It's funny because he is a super high energy dog, or he will be at least. So, um, but right now he's still just getting used to the new house, and super overwhelming for anybody to walk into a house that already has 2 dogs and 4 cats and 8 kids, and so he's just trying to figure out his place in things. But yeah, yeah, he's going to be super droopy. What he looks like when he is full grown is. So that'll be him when he's full grown. So he's super cute now, but he's going to get pretty big. He'll be easily over 100 pounds when he's full grown. So I don't know that he's going to be as droopy as a bloodhound. He's a little bit different. So, but he's still going to have a pretty solid build to him. He's a hunting doggo for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So Mrs. Millennial's already looking into that, getting our hunting licenses so we can go hunting and take the doggo with us. We also already have a husky who would love to be outdoors more, so I'm sure he'll be hunting. The two of them are not getting along great so far, but oh, I know. Shh. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Come, just lie down. Okay, here's where we're at for the day, though, guys. AMPE, I know. AMPE got some good news. Clove is moving nicely pre-market, back up to around the 890 level. Remember, we got earnings next week. With ETON, if anybody has the link, I'd be thrilled to get it from you guys. On ETON news, I see you guys talking about ETON, so um, he wants to go out. He wants to. I did not get that, but yeah. New Doggo's doing well, guys. No video over the weekend, no live stream. Like I was saying, I was actually in physical pain after driving for that many hours, so that's not there. We are going to be watching Clove at the gate here, guys. It is starting to move. I will be looking to exit Hut today. It's not because I don't like the play; it's because we had some new windows and doors installed. So you got one from TD. Let me see. I'll open it up. I find TD investing is hit or miss. To buy shares of ETON at 862. I do have messages here. Oh, right, it does that when you log in on the browser, it kicks you out of the desktop. Uh, y'all too new. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so I will be doing that. I've moved my all of my crypto holdings into Ripple, guys, and that's where it will stay until the SEC filing comes through. So no active trading on that. That's just going to be sitting there. What else do we have going on? Smash 10 months in a row. Let's go. What's this? June 22nd annual shareholder meeting. Election of directors, ratification of the appointment of blah, blah, blah. What else we got? I'm only seeing two proposals on here. Neither has to do with shares. Do you have a link to the 862 thing, Share Lover? Oh, you already linked it? Def 14, is that the one? No, the Def 14 here, this is the... No instances in that one. So maybe it's the 8K? One of the first four. These are ownership changes. This is an 8K. On April 12th, ETON announced the closing of the previously announced public offering, value of 1 per share, and issuing offering price of $7 over allotment, blah, blah, blah. So he's got 20,000 options to buy at 861. Yeah. I think that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, the share subject to the option shall vest on a quarterly basis over 12 months from the date of grant until fully vested and exercisable. So you can't fully exercise on this until May 3rd, 2022. So they see this as being a bargain before next year. It's better now. I still have a wicked, just like knot and sharp pain in my neck, but the back is at least manageable. That I can sit here for a few hours with you guys. I'm going to need video content today, guys, so keep your eyes peeled on potential plays. I might break down a sector, might do semiconductors, might do COVID plays, so we'll see. I take those filings as a positive as well, but again, guys, my play on ETON is into the catalyst that they have in the next few weeks. Next week is going to be a big one. Earnings on the 17th, and then their PDUFAs following that. So imagine that there's going to be some forward-looking guidance on their earnings call in regards to the PDUFAs and whether they see that covering. But rest assured, I think from here we see ETON move up. Pre-market, ETON's already up 28 cents, so we're back above the $8 mark. Clove was another one, guys, that was moving pre-market up 24 cents. So Friday it had a decent day, up 4.5. IPOE is going to fly. Yeah, I think SPACs are coming back into favor. IPOE. Yeah, it's up a little bit pre-market, not a ton. IPOF. This one has potential as well, but Ethereum is scaring you right now. Again, guys, I did move any crypto dollars that I have, which is not a lot. I just put a tiny little bit over there. But there's about 258 bucks in here. That's all in Ripple, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Case-tastic. Case-tastic. Thanks for the follow. Let me know what it is you trade, how you found the stream. Chris was a 5-year play, guys. I know people brought that to me on whether I would like it or not. Gene therapy, I think, has a future over the next 5 years, but short term, it's not a short term play. That's a long term play. Pog, good morning, good morning, good morning. But yeah, guys, I will be exiting. I will be exiting my Hut position today. It's not that I don't think Hut has value. I think Hut has value. Yeah, SHG flew, guys, just before the close, so finished the week green in this portfolio. I'm up 7%. SHG holding into their. Am I still bullish on ETON? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll get 25 grand in there. Look at the bid ask spread, 770, 819. Clove's already moving up pre-market. I think ETON was just people getting into position on their plays. My average on ETON is 837. But again, with the volume so ridiculously low on ETON, there's the bell. No, I'm not playing options on it. So Clove at the gate. Let's go 2 days on the minute. A little bit of a buy down, but that's fine. Head over here and let's do this. Kind of just need to get out of this. Such a massive. Olympians, because we had new windows and doors installed, and I need this cash to pay for it. Wait, what just happened there? What? I'm confused. Why did it? Huh? Go drunk your TD home. Um, that's interesting. So I sold Hut and it put it into my US margin account. What? What? Wait, who? Where? Okay. So I need to do some banking real quick here. If I'm Kathy Woods, I'm looking more at IPOE. Okay, this and transfer. Friggin' weird, man. I have to restart my dashboard here. It's confused apparently as to what's going on. So let's open this up again. It is weird that I sold a Canadian security and for some reason it brought it over to US cash. Like just a weird interaction on that. Friggin' weird, man. Okay, so it says that's done now. Okay, and now I need to do this to I need to give this a little bit. It's having some serious issues as far as the brain goes here. Hut is continuing to fall, so I'm glad I got out when I did. PLTR. Yikes. SHG. ETON. Clove. Is the spy drop in here? Is that what's happening? Yeah. Spy down. Spy down. Seems like a lot of the debate around cryptocurrency is happening around value, guys. And my theory on value is this: um, something is worth as much as someone is willing to pay for it. Okay, so for example, yeah, sure, let's do this. For example, here's Captain America number 100. This is the first Captain America comic in the Silver Age. Okay, so this book is worth 12 cents. Everybody see the price? 12 cents is what this book is worth. Okay, 12 cents. $278. $500, $1,000, $486. All right, so that is the value of this comic. Sure, Canadian. So, I mean, still 200, 280, 250 US. So is the comic actually worth 12 cents or is the comic worth 250 US? In my opinion, it is worth more than the 12 cents because that's what people are willing to pay for it. So with crypto, is crypto a meme? It's not really a currency. You're not actually holding it. Sure. But it's worth whatever people are willing to pay for it. Same thing with gold, right? Same thing with, I mean, you want to see an industry that's dying? Diamond retail is dying. Millennials just don't care about diamond wedding rings. They don't buy them. I don't wear a diamond wedding ring. I don't even have a gold wedding ring. I have a wooden one. Um, but the value of a diamond doesn't retain its value just because it's a diamond. A diamond's just a rock in the ground. Gold is just rock in the ground, right? It's whatever the perceived value of that diamond is. What is probably more expensive at the moment? I mean, yeah, right now, right? So, guys, that's kind of where I'm at on it. Is even with crypto, Ripple, I'm trading this on purely the SEC lawsuit blowing up in their face, blowing up in the SEC's face. So, um, yeah, video for today. I've got to think about that. What do I want to make the video on? Let's see what the power rankings are right now. Workhorse, IPOE. IPOE is a Peloton competitor. Sophie is lit, yeah. Is it too late to get into mining and crypto? I mean, there's a knowledge base. You have to dedicate the hours to learning, and I'm just not interested. Uh, Yeah. Somebody said something about SHG up here before we. SHG just filed a notice of effectiveness. Saki, do you have a link for that? I'd like to take a look at that. I mean, I guess I can find it. The notice of effectiveness is a public declaration by the Securities and Exchange Commission that a public company's registration statement has been accepted. For shares in a public company to trade on open market, they must be registered by the company or the SEC officially accepts the LDR. Interesting. When did this come through? This came through this morning. Are people just not moving on this? They don't know it yet? Holy cow. So what I'm reading is this is an acceptance. They're getting uplisted. Okay, I got out of Hut and I added into my SHG. What's my cost average now? 136. Yeah, I think so, Mayor Bear. I think so. I think May is going to look like a very different beast for me. I think this thing is going to rip here. SHGFF, guys, is the Maybe that's what I do the video on today. Is SHGFF. How long does it take a stock to list on NASDAQ after notice of effectiveness? I'm trying to figure it out. They've already filed. I know that they've already filed. Um, what was the form, Edgar? They've already filed their F10. These securities have not been approved or disapproved by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, or Commission, nor has the Commission passed upon the accuracy or adequacy of this prospectus. Okay, so this is saying that this F10 that they filed is to sell this much of shares. This is up to $80 million in shares. This is saying that the securities have not been approved for sale yet. Skylight has applied to list the common shares on the NASDAQ capital market under the symbol SLHG. Listing will be subject to Skylight fulfilling all the listing requirements of NASDAQ, and there can be no assurance that the common shares will be accepted for listing. Okay. What is notice of effectiveness, SEC? Everything I'm reading here says that this is going to be a go. ETON is taking a dump. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere on ETON. I'm not going anywhere on anything really. I am. I mean, the whole board is red for me, but um, yeah, I with SHG guys, I have so I've got 25 grand in ETON right now. I've got 13,000 in Clove warrants, and I've got 23,000 Canadian in SHG, and I'm of the mind that yeah, this is going to be fantastic. I'm not going anywhere on ETON, guys. Earnings and the two PDUFAs is enough for me to hold fast. I'm looking at the big sheet right now, and I'm seeing. I mean, is there anything from SHG right now that is gonna update us? Let's go Skylight Health and see if they've got anything here. Do I have a price target on Clove W? I do not. I've got till 2025, so that's one that can just kind of sit there and accrue um, as Clove goes. So too, can I just keep exercising portions of those warrants and taking gains? Yeah, there's no. Mm, I need somebody to. Redemption, are you there?
I am. I'm just not feeling well right now, so.
Okay. In regards to that pain, push on the left side of your body, and if it bounces to the right, if you feel a shooting pain in your right, it could potentially be that
No,
appendix.
no, it doesn't.
No?
It does. It's isolated around the spleen area, so I think.
Uh, have you tried just stretching? See what that does?
I think it was. I'm not sure, but last time this happened was that, like, granted, I'm not It's not unusual for me to stand for hours given the job that I do, but like it. I don't know. This came. It usually gave me a sense of fullness or some shit like that, but it felt like I was bloated or some shit like that, but it wasn't exactly that this time because I don't eat a lot. I haven't eaten a lot, so
Yeah. I need your help breaking this down. SHG got its notice of effectiveness. I'm trying to understand what that means. Can you give me a hand?
do you have a link?
Yeah, give me a sec. Saki and I are both reading it as though it's their approval of uplisting because that's what I'm seeing. That's what Saki think it means. I'm gonna get some coffee, guys. I'll be right back here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing here essentially is that they filed their F10 to sell a certain amount of shares on the U.S. market, and then the next thing is a notice of effectiveness.
Interesting. So the last time something like this happened, right? Score Media (SCR) was a Canadian listed company at the time and filed for F10 on February 22nd, and then it uplisted to Nasdaq on February 25th.
Okay. So you just gave me another ticker. So let's go here. We'll go to Edgar. Open up two of these. This one it's gonna be SCR.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this one we're gonna do MMed. F10, notice of effectiveness. Yeah, it's the exact same thing here. This F10 FX, F10A, notice of effectiveness, and away we go. So the next thing that we're looking for is this 8A12B. Same thing here. Yeah, F10, FX, 8A. I don't see the
So
effect on Score Media.
around this week, I'm guessing
Yeah, it, but
February.
nobody's moving on it.
Yeah, so the F10 is on the February 22nd, the second from the bottom on Score
N-
Media, and the 25th is when they got uplisted.
nobody is moving on it.
Buddy Millennial, I just took 500 shares. Not an advocation of buy or sell, just saying.
Okay, I'm doing a thing here, guys. So just sorry that I'm not verbalizing what I'm doing, but I'm doing a thing at the moment. So um I need to just have my head in the game on this.
Canadian companies that meet the multi-jurisdictional disclosure system raise funding through offering of securities. Okay.
Okay. Redemption is really quiet. Okay, hopefully that's better.
Is SHG still sub dollar right now? If
No,
he No, okay, right. Forgot. This is freaking OTC. I keep thinking it's Canadian. The dollar value delineated. I think. Yeah. Anyways.
All right, I did a thing, guys. I did exit Clove warrants. Not all of them. I still have 3,000, but I did exit a whole chunk of them so that I could move additional capital over to SHG. I think this is happening. I think this is happening, and I'm not going to miss the train on it.
Someone posted
Um,
J Powell, it's happening meme.
yeah, I think it's happening, ladies and gents. Ooh, the new Venom trailer's out with Woody Harrelson. Okay. Oh, that's super unhelpful. I need somebody that can convert this into English. After May 22nd, 2006, the SEC's website will also present a list of filings declared effective on the previous business day. The effectiveness notices will be distributed as an Edgar form type called Effect. The public will now be able to search for a company's filings, be able to see when the staff declared a particular Securities Act registration statement effective. So it's definitely a notice of effectiveness on this. It's pretty small for you guys to read, huh? Yeah, that might be better. The issued and outstanding common shares are listed for trading on the TSX Venture Exchange, the TSXV, under the symbol SHG, and quoted on the OTC market groups OTCQX under SHGFF. On May 5th, 2021, the last trading day prior to the date of this prospectus, the closing price of the common shares was 145. OTCQX was 119. Skylight has applied to list the common shares on the NASDAQ capital market under the symbol SLHG. Listing will be subject to Skylight fulfilling all the listing requirements of NASDAQ, and there can be no assurance that the common shares will be accepted for listing in NASDAQ. Unless otherwise specified in the applicable prospectus supplement, each series will not be listed on any securities exchange. Accordingly, there's currently no market through which the securities may be sold, and purchasers may not be able to resell. This may affect the pricing of such securities in the secondary market. This is the non-sexy part of trading, guys. Welcome. The part where you read SEC filings to figure out what the heck is going on instead of headlines. This gives you a little bit of a leg up. Yeah, where's Rebels when you need them, right? Okay, this is a summary of what they are. Okay, January 5th, they acquired Colorado Clinics. January 6th, commenced trading on the TSXV. January 14th, new director. February 4th, 6 new medical clinics in Florida. New CMO, new CFO. Letters of intent to acquire 3 independent primary care. New chairman. More Colorado. New COO. Um, well, this is saying that they might actually have warrants available redemption. Common shares are currently listed under TSXV under the trading symbol SHG, quoted blah, blah, blah. Skylight has applied to list its common shares on NASDAQ under SLHG. Listing will be subject to a Skylight fulfilling all listing requirements of the NASDAQ. There can be no assurance that common shares will be accepted for listing. Skylight has never declared or paid for any dividends common shares.
I mean, when I got my warrants the first time, they kind of were like they did nothing, and then they kind of sucked. But that's also because Oxy kind of spun off its toxic acids into a warrant, and then yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. 79,541. So that's the same. I guess what I need to do is find an example of a ticker that received that effect filing but did not get uplisted, right? Yeah, see, but FARF isn't even at that state yet. They don't have that. What are other Canadian companies that have uplisted? I guess Shopify. Shopify would have to be on there, right?
No, I think they're too big.
No, they uplisted. They still had to uplist from the Canadian. Yeah. Okay, so here's an F10. Is that
That's the
their?
only other big one.
I want to go way back on them though. I want to go back to like, okay, here is their effect on their. But here's also a certification by the New York Stock Exchange approving securities for listings.
I mean, I guess we're waiting for that 8A or something.
Stocks that have uplisted on Nasdaq. Point 20.
Okay. So, did you actually read the? Sorry, did you get to the timeline of the uplisting for Nasdaq? It's
No,
Nasdaq, right?
it's 4 weeks, but they filed this back in April, so
It's
it's
up to
within the
6.
time frame. Yeah,
It's
it's
up
up
to
to
6.
6, but 4 to 6 weeks. We're definitely within that timeline.
All right. So, company submits application for listing and Nasdaq qualification. Staff begins its review. So, I'm pretty sure they already did that. Staff completes its prelim review and prepares commitment letter,
They
and then
did that.
company addresses any issues raised by staff. I don't know if they did that yet. And then staff completes their review and company is approved for its listing. So which week are we on now? Are we like on week 4 or
Yeah,
5?
we're on week
S-
4.
So by the end of this week, if they don't have any other issues, then uh week 5, week 6, or whatever is when they will officially uh stamp it.
I don't see a notice of effect on Cron.
What about ACB?
Yeah. I'm just looking for something more recent. MMed is probably the closest thing I could see. Notice of effectiveness. Uh, F10, F10 effect. And then what's this 8A?
Yeah, I think that's what we're waiting for right now. So Form 8A is required by the SEC from companies seeking to register securities and must be submitted before securities can be offered on an exchange. So once we see that, that's confirmation.
Okay, so their
Well,
notice of
confirmation that they're going
effectiveness.
through.
So they
So
filed these. Here's the
hold on.
9th. Then the
So
12th, they get their notice of effect. Then 10 days later, they had their 8A.
yeah, so we need to see the 8A to see that they basically are or done the review from what I've seen. And then once the 8A is in, then they're reviewing and seeing all the paperwork and all that sort of stuff and dotting their I's, crossing their T's. And then once they get the registration, um, that's when they, or say once they get the certification, then they are listed. That's the way I'm reading this. So it could be 8A, 12B, so that's probably the amendments. Sorry, yeah, 8A, 12B, and then slash A, 812G, 812GA, 8K, and so in Form 10.
Okay, so this hit the market in April. And it opened at 557. But if I go to MMed, before they got their approval, they weren't over the $4 mark. Here's MMed getting approved. It was 267 Canadian. So the requirement isn't the current share price. It's that when it lists to the US, when it lists to the NASDAQ, it'll be over $4, which is where we see this spike to $5. This is when they start trading. The 27th is when they start trading. So they get approved here when, I mean, like April 22nd, this was 267. They get notice of approval on the 23rd that they're going to be uplisting. Well, the 22nd, technically, they got their notice, right? Let's see here. Ahmed. So 22nd, they got their 8A. So on the 22nd, their share price was sub $2. In order for this to have been $4 US, it would have had to been up over the fives at least here, and it's not. It's down in the 260s. And then it jumps here on the 8A, and then this is our first day of being issued on the States, and it shoots to 680. If you had purchased on the date of notice of effect, it would have been April 12th. If you had grabbed this on April 12th at the open, it would have been 346, and it went as high as $7. But if you know that it's going to do this, if you know that it's going to go up to whatever $4 US is in Canadian, or USD in CAD, it's like 485 right now. You triple up. You've got the OTC on this, right?
Yeah.
All right, chat. What do you guys think? What are you guys seeing here? Redemption and I are seeing that this notice of effect looks very likely that what we're seeing is the next step in the process. Now, that's not a guarantee that the process goes through, but
Yeah, they still have to submit the 8A, and then once the 8A submitted, then we have to wait for certification. Then once the certification is done, then it's a done deal after that.
the interesting thing is, like you mentioned, SCR, right? SCR doesn't have that.
They had the 8A. I saw that right after the Form 10.
But they don't have a notice of effectiveness. Yeah, it's just the uplisting that caused it to jump over the $4.
Wait, where did SCR list on NYSE?
F10, 8A, cert. There's no notice of effectiveness in here.
No, it's Nasdaq.
But these all happen the same day. Look at this. F10, FX, 8A, all on the same day. And then their cert fell on the 24th.
It's clearly crony capitalism. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Let's. I don't know. From what I'm reading here, I guess it seems like from the rule set or whatever, right? They're reviewing. They have a bunch of questions. I guess they probably just answered it all in a really quick fashion and got underway. Because I would imagine this is just a guideline.
What the frig is the 8A12B?
Yeah, it's a standard one. I'm not a Chad. What are you talking about?
Hey, how's it going? Okay. Corporations that file this form must include the following information: the name of the issuer's full mailing address, the name of the security, and the exchange where the security is listed. So let's take a look at their 8A and see if this lists the NASDAQ or Yeah, the 8A here outlines the NASDAQ. What's bugging me is the lack of notice of effect on score. So it's like 10 days in between the two of these. It looks like this opens the door for this, which means that this in effect is the approval. No? They can't file this until they know that they can be listed on the market, is what I'm reading here. You have to, in order to file that 8A, you need to have the exchange where the security is going to be listed. Issuers that don't file registrations cover initial or direct public offerings must submit a registration under the Exchange Act. SEC Form 10 is filing requires more comprehensive. Form 8A is used with significantly greater frequency by issuers than those who opt for Form 10, which is rarely used and which requires the issuer to file reports under Section 13 or 15. Okay, filing of the SEC Form 10, so that's what they've done here, right? This is the F10 with amendment. FINRA must approve the trading of securities. When the registration statement takes effect, other reporting requirements are triggered. The issuer must file annual reports, 10K, 10Q, 8Ks, and annual proxies. In addition, management and shareholders become subject to the Beneficial Ownership Act. Yeah, I mean, this reads to me that this notice of effect is FINRA saying your F10 is approved. So now they file the 8A because they're approved to trade on the NASDAQ. So the question is, how quickly can they get that 8A out?
I could probably get a direct answer. Just give me about 2 hours and some change.
Okay.
They're local to me, you know.
I'm gonna shoot a message out there to the CEO. Doji to the moon? Is that where we are? What's Doji doing?
I think he meant that literally with Elon's thing.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say Doji wasn't looking like it was going to the moon anytime soon. Yeah, 50. XRP is what I'm in right now. and I think I'm just going to stay there until the SEC filing.
Was it Rosie Rios that was the former U.S. Treasury Secretary that you were saying that, like, well, quote unquote, turned the tables for XRP?
That not turn the tables necessarily, but definitely is a strong acquisition for them. She has some understanding of the internal workings of that. Okay, I want my wallet here. I sold my Ethereum to buy a puppy. I cashed my Ethereum, and then I moved my. I think I had about $200-300 that I put over here into Ripple, trading on the SEC lawsuit getting dropped. So we'll see how it does. I'm not really going to put more than that into this, but so I think I've settled this as much in my mind as I can that this notice of effectiveness does open the door for them to file their 8A. So that's really what I need to watch. You're so certain Ethereum was a forever hold until you're an old dude. That's the beauty of money is you can always just buy it again. Um, but right now, my money is tied very heavily in equity. Um, Eric with that 8 months. Plus, I wanted a puppy. Puppy was cute. Totally worth it. Bass Bagat with that 4 months. Let's go. Yeah, I I'm liking what I see with SHG guys. That I've got 30 grand in there doesn't really bother me. Um, ETON's down again today. That's a matter of time. By the end of the year, you could have bought 10 puppies. Maybe, but I wanted a puppy now. Yeah, that's true. I could hold out and forever not spend it, and then I'll die with a giant pile of cash and Ethereum that I never spent. This is my biggest issue with the idea of the crypto hodl or the equity hodl is it's meant to be used. It, what do you do with 10 puppies? I don't know. What do you do with 8 kids? Get them a puppy each, I guess. Like, is that's the right answer? If your assets can't be liquidated and used for purchase of other things, what's the point? I needed $600 today, so I closed out the Ethereum that I made 85% on. The dog has been named. The dog's name is Teddy. My other dog is super jealous. He's not a puppy. Yeah, the puppy's name is Teddy. Uh, My daughter's and wife's favorite U.S. president is Teddy Roosevelt. So they named him after Teddy. He's sleeping right now. What's my husky's name? My husky's name is Rex. From from the Latin for king. He's sitting at my feet like a little whiner right now because the puppy's getting all the attention and he's not getting any of it. He's not getting any of it. Isn't that right, puppy dog? Huh? Isn't that right? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Who's a good dog? Oh yeah, he's a good doggy. Huh? He's so jealous. He's so jealous. Oh, I'd never thought of that. That's gonna be a sick combo. T Rex. Yeah. Yeah, he's so all of our pets up to this point have been rescues. Teddy's the first one that we've actually purchased. But yeah, no, my daughter's named the cat's hair. The dogs all had Roman names. So we've got Spartacus and Rex. Um, am I surprised? I don't care really. Yeah. I don't think I'm surprised because there's no headline, right? There's no headline reading on ETON. Um, there's just conjecture and speculation at this point. So I'm not overly shocked, I don't think. When that news comes in on FDA approvals, I think things change a little bit. But if I type ETON in and I look at the news, I don't know that there's anything. Heron is this week, and this is their third time trying to get this one to go through. And then Apellis has its. No or no go for Eton's alcohol injection for methanol poisoning. As an orphan drug designation for the treatment of methanol poisoning is expected to receive 7 years of market exclusivity upon its approval. U.S. market for dehydrated alcohol injection, according to Eton, is estimated to be greater than 100 million annually. The drug is currently only supplied by a single manufacturer. Then Eton again for epilepsy drug. NDA for zonisamide oral suspension for the treatment of partial seizures in patients with epilepsy was accepted for review in October. It sold its neurology portfolio, including zonisamide, to Azurity. So it receives a $5 million check if this goes through, if it gets the NDA approval here, by the way, just as a milestone. Azurity will assume control of all three products and will be responsible for commercialization following regulatory blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so this is for methanol poisoning. It's an orphan drug. It's going to be, I think, a big deal for them, and I think it goes through with that orphan drug designation. Round Trip partners with Clover Health to provide Medicare Advantage members with non-emergency transport. So this is for non-emergency. This is like Uber Medical. Very interesting. Just by using Clover Health, if you're somebody who's elderly and can't get around for doctor's appointments that aren't emergency, that's fantastic. A no-cost Uber. There's a bunch of those. Yeah, but for Clover Health to throw its hat in the ring is great news. Tortilla, though, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this methanol poisoning. Dehydrated alcohol injection for methanol poisoning. Is this a starter or a non-starter for a biopharma company? It's got orphan drug designation, which in my mind means that it's fairly unique in what it does. But what are your thoughts? I respect and appreciate Tortilla's opinion because he's actually a doctor, which kind of comes in handy. It, I mean, that looks like a real thing. I want to see their phase three data on it.
Impressive. So apparently that data guy that did Jim Cramer and Motley Fool and all that sort of stuff, he did it on Senate trading. And he shows that the analysis proves that senators indeed get a better return than the overall market, whether it's due to the insider trading or due to their superior stock picking capabilities, is something that can't be proven from the data and is left to the reader's judgment. I intentionally left out the party's affiliations as senators as I felt that would bias the reader and was not the objective of my analysis. Whichever side of the political spectrum you lean to, the above analysis shows that you get to gain by following their trades, even with a 30-day delay.
1,000,000% insider trading. Just a disclaimer here as I get ready to head out for the day at 11, guys. Nothing that you heard here today was financial advice. I'm not advocating you buy or sell any positions. This is education to see the thought process and, yeah, my thought process anyway, as to how I look for tickers and evaluate my plays moving in or out. Did take some movements today, exiting certain plays to build capital for others. Hut I didn't see moving anytime in the near future, so I'm out of Hut entirely. I did exit a chunk of my Clover warrants, so that's all going towards SHG on this notice of effect. which I think is a big deal from what I'm seeing here. What I'm waiting on next. Ooh, RSS feed? Yes, please. Subscribe. Now I will get automatic updates on any new SHG filings, which is going to be useful for me. By the way, guys, if you're not using a feeder tool, I do this regularly for tickers that I want the latest updates on. It's super fast and easy to use. As you guys just saw, I can go into Edgar, type in any ticker that I've got a position in. So let's say ETON, for example, right? Go into ETON. It's going to pop this up, go into all their filings. It will ask me if I want an RSS feed. I just subscribe to this. And then in this little extension up here, I can just go up here and it will automatically ping me whenever there is a new filing that I need to be made aware of. So I can do that for all the positions that I'm currently holding something in, which is probably a good idea for me to go in and do. Right now, I'm only really in 3 positions, so for me to have that isn't going to be a pain in the butt here. I do have to go in and clean this up a bit, I think, though. But there's tons of RSS feeders out there, guys. This is just the one that I settled on that I like to use, feeder.co. I just like that when I pull up any any RSS feed on. Oh, they've updated this. This is cool. Whenever there's an updated, it could be a Google search, it can be SEC filings, it can be whatever. But whenever it updates, I get a notification telling me, "Hey, Bonehead, by the way, there's something here." So I'm going to remove everything that I am not currently in or watching. And essentially, whenever I see a little thing pop up here, it lets me know. Oh, you guys can't see it. Up in the extension tab, you'll see the little symbol here, this RSS feed symbol, and a number will pop up underneath it, which tells me, "Hey, Bonehead, look here. There's new news for you on something that you are looking at." And it's inside this feed. I like it. For me, that's just another way that I can kind of streamline things, and I don't constantly have to be searching for new news. It's from April 15th. Okay. It's approaching a major achievement in his business. We'd like to shine some light on the company, blah, blah, blah. Consensus from the 2 American pharmaceuticals analysts in the ETON pharmaceuticals is on the verge of break even. They anticipate the company to incur a final loss in 2020 before generating positive profits in 2021. So the company's predicted to break even approximately 12 months from now or less. How fast will the company have to grow to reach the consensus forecast? Blah, 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 blah. Next steps, valuation. What is ETON's pharmaceutical? Has the growth potential already been factored in the price? Guys, where's the puppy? Trading at 85% below our estimate of its fair value, earnings forecasts are to grow 100% per year. Yeah, I am still pretty bullish on this. I I can't really see myself going anywhere on ETON. Clover Health was probably the only thing that I would seriously be looking at. Endo with that cheer. The pupper. Um, okay, well, we learned a little bit about the process of uplisting today at the very least. Hopefully, you guys can walk away with that. I am going to do a breakdown of SHG today on YouTube, so check for the video later today on that. But yeah, that's it, guys. I am back at it. Regular stream week as per usual. 9 a.m. I'll go live. YouTube video in the afternoon, and then Saturday I will be live. Doing the weekly DD and breakdown. My physical health is back in prime working condition, or at least reasonable working condition. So that'll be the play of the day as far as we're concerned. So with that being said, it's time for you guys to go hang out with the meme himself, Mr. Stock Guy. Oh man. See, I'm out of practice. I didn't even open up Restream. I bet you that folks hanging out over on YouTube and trying to watch and talk, and that sucks. Maybe not. I'm not seeing any YouTube comments. Oh, there was one. Shoot. Jack, sorry, buddy. If you're still watching over on YouTube, my bad. Guys, normally I have this up and I didn't have it up today. So, rip. I feel bad. My apologies. I'll make sure to have that up in the future. Later.